Hello and welcome to the Black Cat Intuitive and to my latest reading, which is on Blake Lively and about what kind of a person she is. And I know a lot of people are curious about that because there's been like allegations with that she's, well, I mean, it's been shown that she has some, shall we say, questionable behavior. So I'm going to do a reading to see what kind of a person is she? What does she? What does she thinks of the allegations? Um, we're gonna see like just the energies around it. It's just curious, right? It's like when you see somebody exhibiting, on film such, shall we say, obnoxious behavior. Or we can basically intuit and see what is actually going on with her. What is Blake Lively like? So let's ask. The first question we're going to ask is Blake Lively. What kind of a person is Blake Lively? We'll ask the universe to tell us. What kind of a person is Blake Lively? The Tower. So that's the first card that comes out, the Tower. So what I'm getting is that that she has a side to herself that really enjoys starting trouble. Everything that is fine. It's sort of like she vacillates. I'm gonna move this camera back. It's kind of like she has many. I'm hearing the word seven. It's like she has seven different sides to her personality. And it's sort of like she goes, for some reason, um, she likes to start trouble with people. Like, it's like she'll suddenly, and I've met people like this in my life. It's just like she'll just, something about her personality structure. She just likes to cause trouble. But then it's like she vacillates between everything is fine. Like she'll be almost nice. She'll have a nice, not like we'll go further. We'll see what she's really like. But she goes through this energy. Then she acts like she just wants to tear things down, and she wants to be like almost argumentative and like obnoxious because she gets something out of it. The King of Wands and the Sun, because she likes to, I heard these two cards go together, the King of Wands and the Sun. It's like she has this personality. Her core of her personality is she likes to be in charge. She likes to be in charge, and by causing these kind of problems, she feels that she's in charge. She feels that she really likes to, for some reason, right? But then we're gonna go, what is her psychological structure that she likes to like be in charge? So she'll be fine, super nice, and then she'll be the tower, right? Causing like miniature tower moments for those around them, right? So let's see, what's her Eight of Wands? And I get for that is that she's kind of like escaping herself. Like it's like she's got a very unhealthy, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna kind of tune into her. I'm gonna bring in we're gonna kind of go behind beyond the tarot cards, and I'm gonna see, okay, so I'm getting Blake Lively, a picture of her, and I'm hearing she has a black heart. And it's sort of like, for some reason, that's what I keep on hearing. She has a black heart, and she's just like, she's kind of like, there's a part like it's almost like her head is completely disconnected from her heart. Like it's like some key trauma happened where she's completely, her head disconnected from her heart, and she has this, it's almost like how she acts as like some weird coping mechanism for something that completely disconnected her head from her heart. But I see she has a black heart. But let's go a little bit further with that, and I'm gonna get some more cards. So she has a why does she have a black heart? And then an Ace of Cups. So her emotions are really, hold her emotions are really, we've got the devil right here. So I'm going to cover up that a little up here, right there, the devil. But it's like something about her emotions. She can't connect to her true emotional body. And she attacks, yeah, her true spiritual body. Something severed her from her emotional body. And that's why she kind of attacks, like some sort of trauma. Five of Swords, where she felt very beaten down. And I'm hearing that she really doesn't want this trauma. Yeah, she does not want this trauma to be known. It's almost like I can't even get to it because it's so what's the word? It's so like I see an image of her and she's no. It's almost very very secretive what happened. So something happened that's very extremely negative. Appearance, and it's very important. She wants to keep the appearance. I'm hearing she does not want to be that person who's it's almost like she'd feel like she really does not want to be that person who has problems. She really does not want to be the person who has problems. So she has, it's like this sort of but yeah, I get like no, I don't, she really doesn't. So it's like I can't even see the trauma because it's so, it's like she really, it's almost like there's a what do you call it, a block around it that I can't see, that I can't even see. But it's something along the lines of I'm hearing she was brought down to, what I'm hearing with the Two of Pentacles is that she was brought down to a place that no person should be, like, it's almost like, yeah, like, it's almost like a place that no one should go. She went there to a place that was just not, like a place no one should go. And that's all the information that I almost like I can get from that. But let's see what else do we want to ask? Okay, I'm going to ask now, what does she think about the, shall we say, bad publicity? What does she think? Okay. What does she think about the bad, okay, I'm hearing she feels conflicted about it, but okay, that card that came up before, Queen of Wands, and I'm hearing that she almost, interesting, and what I'm hearing, she almost enjoys it a little bit. Interesting. It makes her feel almost more powerful. It's almost like, it makes her feel, it kind of makes her feel good and bad at the same time. But I'm hearing the word peasants. Like she kind of thinks of people as sort of peasants. And then we've got the star and somebody's sort of like, getting water. But it's like she's sort of, this is interesting. Let's do some more. It's like she part of her makes her feel more in control. It's like almost like, it's like when people see this side, they don't see her sort of, shall we say, her emotional pain. It's almost like she gets this weird, she kind of gets something out of it. Like it's interesting. It's like she kind of, but the Queen card has come out again. But she kind of, she does have she has sort of a snotty energy. And it's sort of like, but then we've got the High Priestess. Interesting. So let's see. It's like there's something else going on here too. Yeah, she does have a like sort of a queen-like energy, a snotty energy. But let's see what else. It's like the Queen is a lot of, okay, interesting, erotic. She may feel almost something, yeah, and I get that something about herself is quite damaged. Like something about her like internal world almost is quite damaged. And Queen of Swords, we've got Queen of Swords and then Queen Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords. So it's sort of being that, so those things combined are really the, a BITCH card, right? It's really something that's really like somebody who's, see, definitely, that energy is definitely coming out. But then we've got the High Priestess as well. So there's something secretive. And then we've got, the word erotic here in the High Priestess. It's like there's something else boiling behind this. Okay, I'm gonna just tune into, I'm just gonna tune into her. Okay, let's have Blake Lively, her energy. Okay, and I'm seeing this image of, okay, it's almost like, okay, I'm seeing all these checkers transform, and it's almost like she's, I'm getting an image of, that woman in, what's it called? The X-Men that changes. It's like she's almost changeable, and she has this, like sort of protective, shall we say, bitchy persona, which is, it's a part of her, but there's different parts to her as well. So, interesting of thoughts. So, wow, Queen of Cups and Death. So we've got Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords. So I said there's a different, so the Queen of Cups, there's kind of like an emotional side to her as well. But, and then we've got Death beside it. So it's almost like she wishes death. Yeah, she wishes death on her emotional side. So she's quite a damaged woman. She's very damaged because she's got this emotional side, and she's got this, almost wishes death on that emotional side. Interesting. She's like, room. It's like she has, I'm hearing a house with many rooms. So she has many rooms and journey, but she doesn't really want to journey into those rooms. She's sort of like, she enjoys. So it's like, and I'm hearing in regards to the whole exposition, it's like sort of, okay, she goes between these 5 different personas. She's going through, she's like, okay, I'm hearing, haha, I've shown them. That's what I'm hearing. Haha, I'll show them. So it's sort of like this energy of like she likes to show other people by be like, it's almost like she feels kind of proud of herself, this side that's a little bit like, she feels a little bit proud of herself. And then the second part, she feels ashamed because, why does she feel ashamed? Because this is not what she thought her life would be, which is odd because she's quite privileged, obviously, but this is not what she thought her life would be. And it's kind of like this good, like she has this almost underneath these good intentions too, like she almost has this, like, but it's weird, she's got this, the first thing is, haha, I'll show them. So she enjoys, it's almost like she enjoys showing people how tough she is, but then she feels ashamed. Oh, this is not really who I am, but it kind of is. And then she's just like, so she feels shamed. This is not who I thought I would be, but it is who I am. Let's see what else. And the third is, and I keep on getting, there's a deep, dark secret that and it's like, I can't even get to it. It's so blocked. And then, the more, it's almost like the more people see this side of her, the more that they won't see this deep, dark secret of something. And I think it's almost like this, something terrible, like almost like something terrible was like done to her or something. And it's almost like that with this, it's like it kind of what do you call it, structured her personality in such a way, and it's kind of like, haha, I'll show them. But then the second one is but this isn't who I want to be, but it is who I want to be. And then, but this is good because it kind of keeps their eyes on this. Like when people see this side of her, they're not going to see her other sides of her, or her traumatized sides of her. So she kind of likes it for that reason. And then the fourth, seeing this image of a very dark, it gets very, very, very dark. It's like, I'm hearing, I hate them all. I hate all these, I keep on hearing, she kind of almost thinks of people, and I hate all these peasants. It's like, she almost has this like hatred towards, I hate all these annoying peasants. Like, it's almost like she feels they're all, like, all human beings are kind of like annoying peasants. Like, that people that are, and I can kind of a little bit understand how, like, you know, being when you think about it from a perspective like a celebrity, right? All the annoyance thrown at her, right? She's just like how that would be annoying, having constant energy, right? It would not be necessarily a very pleasant experience being but it's like, okay, dark. I'm gonna get some more cards on that. So that the fourth layer is sort of like a dark layer. So it's sort of like, okay, what do we have here? The Hermit and the King of Pentacles. It's sort of like she kind of, a part of her is just kind of wants her own, like there's a real darkness, and sort of like she feels like the King of Pentacles, she feels that people, again, I keep on hearing she thinks people are peasants and they're annoying. They're peasants, and she kind of, I keep on going, haha, I'll show them for some reason. And I don't know why. Like, she just has this, like, oh, I'm going to show. And then, okay, let's see. I'm going to tune into her. Like, so, it's like, and then I see, like, I see her morphing into somebody with teeth, like, growling. Almost like she's a complete monster. But is she? Like, let's go a little bit. Okay, I see this image of her turning into an extremely aggressive monster. So let's see. I think that needs its own. I'm gonna shuffle these and then do another. So I'm seeing this image of her being a completely, like, snarling, just absolutely like this aggressive. She's getting horns, and it's kind of like. It could be a demonic possession of some sort. It could posture. It's like a demonic It's like she has almost like a growling demonic being inside of her, or part of her, attached to her, and it's taken over. It's taken, like, and I said before, she has a black heart. It's sort of like taken, this posturing demonic being is taken over her emotional body. And she's almost because of this demonic being, she's almost, which feels very connected to trauma. It feels very connected to something that she doesn't quite want people to know about her. And it's like, I can't even get to it. It's almost like this trauma that she's gone through. And then we've got the Death card. It's almost indescribable. And I'm hearing it could be something almost so bad that it's like, it's almost like, it's, and I don't want to make this YouTube friendly, but it's like she's had a trauma that's so bad it would make people's eyeballs feel like roll or something. It's the things that, I don't know, that's what I get. And it's totally, now because of that, she has a black heart, and she's always, it's like she's completely like running away from this trauma, and basically running away from that constantly, while looking like her persona is almost like looking this you know, that very bitchy persona that you see is almost like running away from this very dark trauma. And it's like she doesn't even, like, she knows, but she doesn't want to know. So it's sort of like she's just running away from that, and her emotions. And I'm hearing that there is a part of her that actually has good intentions beneath all this stuff. And it's sort of like, and everyone likes to be like, oh, make somebody the bad guy, right? But it's like a part of her actually does have positive intentions, I'm hearing. Like, she actually has, and we've got the Six of Pentacles, the King of Swords, but it's almost like she doesn't quite know how to to integrate that into the world. It's like she doesn't quite know how to. It's like she's completely lost to her persona, and it's sort of like herself has been completely. And yeah, I do see this almost as demonic being that's attached to her, and her whole personality structure is completely fractured, like with fangs and everything. And it's sort of like I'm hearing the word beer goggles. It's sort of like she doesn't, you see this person's looking in this direction. It's like she doesn't even know how to look at things. She doesn't know how to look at things other than this sort of demonic perspective. But I'm hearing, yeah, there's a part of her that actually does have, we've got the moon here. It's like if she could somehow get beyond this, like, but she doesn't, it doesn't seem like she ever will, or, like, be anything other than her disturbed personality structure. And it's sort of like, it's like a demon that I'm hearing. It's like a demon she's wrestling that she never gets in control of. She never really gets in control of this demon. And it's sort of like, and it's like she doesn't really know how to. And it's like she's gotten, it's like it's like her soul actually has good intentions, is what I'm hearing. And we've got the Queen of Wands, the Queen of, but she doesn't know how to empower herself in a healthy way. I see with the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. And then it's something about her husband. What's her, I can't even remember her husband's name, but that guy, I know what he looks like Ryan or something. It's something that I'm hearing that's very important. That's actually quite important to who she is. So everything is sort of like she has to, with him, she has to always present everything is fine, and then, yeah, those cards came up before, that everything is fine and sunshiny, and it's sort of like everything is okay. She has to, when she any kind of emotional, like I said before, she's a black heart. Look at this right here too, right? It's sort of like she has to present everything is fine, and the sun constantly, where there's this black heart. And I'm hearing, like, what is sort of the dynamic, maybe? How does he treat her? Not, almost like, she feels almost like a trophy with that, right? Like, you see this person, they look prim, and it's sort of like, but yeah, I'm hearing that's very important, right? How it's kind of very important to her soul, like the nine of, like, the like her husband is very important, and yeah, melancholy. She feels very, very melancholy, almost trapped by the situation. She feels almost like trapped by the situation, like she doesn't have any space to be herself other than a persona. And despair. And I'm hearing, instead of love, it's sort of like despair. It's like a very weird, okay, and then I'm hearing almost like, okay, I'm seeing an image between her and him. I'm seeing cords going one direction, cords going the other. It's sort of like, okay, they're almost like these plastic cords going back and forth. And it's sort of like, like, where there should be love, there's kind of some sort of weird love and control mixed together. And it's sort of like it's like, yeah, there's some sort of, and it almost makes her, that kind of dynamic, makes her into a robotoid. It's almost like another sort of energy of being trapped by him. It's sort of like, maybe by him, I don't know. Maybe she feels trapped, and it's sort of like it's sort of like this energy of just overall her whole life is being trapped, and it almost in this psychic, I'm hearing the word almost the psychic hell being trapped, of and of constant power playing and danger, almost like just constantly in a state of danger. And it's not, I'm hearing it's not good for anyone. Fail. Like she feels like any kind of wrong move will make everything fall apart. So it's sort of like they're bound in this sort of like, and it's very much to do with what she's meant to learn. Like maybe, okay, she's okay, conform. So it's sort of like, like she feels like she has to conform completely to somebody else's agenda, and it's kind of like that's why, because just because she feels that she has to like conform to other people's agenda constantly. It's like, it's kind of like she has to be like be this person who's like it's almost like how she, because she feels so trapped by her situation. It's sort of like she has to conform, and it's sort of like her soul, she's gone off from her soul blueprint, which was actually to be kind of a expressive free person. But instead of being this expressive free person, she's gotten herself into another bind. It's like she was supposed to, almost in this life, she was supposed to break the bind and sort of be this free spirited person, but instead of that, she's almost in this really controlled situation. And yeah, and it could be something that like it's almost like a male figure thing happened, and then she has gotten to another male figure energy, and she can't move beyond it. It's just like, it's just sort of like so she's trapped, and then she's trapped, and then she basically that's why she kind of, not, it's not an excuse, but it's kind of like it's like the poison inside of her from this trap situation sort of boils out and comes out at people, and it's sort of like this, like Page of Swords is kind of, that's the energy, right? It's kind of like making nasty comments, being kind of snotty and snobby, and it's because she feels so trapped. The Four of Swords is like kind of a out of commission sort of trapped card, and so it's sort of like what you see is sort of her emotional, like, pus, the right word, coming out on on everybody. It's like on these, but yeah, she kind of has a bit like she does kind of have a superiority complex. I'm picking up on it. Sort of like she does kind of think she's a little bit like too good for people, but maybe not as it's like it's bad. She does have a little bit of that, but it's not quite as, it is bad, but it's not as bad as people think, but it is bad, if that makes sense. Like, she does have a snot-nosed sort of attitude, right? But it's like she does think she's a little bit higher than people, a little bit, but it's like, but not, like, she's not as much of that as people, like it's kind of been, like, sort of made bigger than it is, like, but it is true, if that makes sense. But let's see, I'm hearing that she's trying to have something in her hands. She's trying to solidify something, and it's like the Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. It's like she's trying to hold her heart in her hands type thing. It's like she's trying to get connected to her heart, but there's like sort of a huge amount of confusion. There's like a huge amount of confusion about how to do that. It's like a part of her really wants to up level and do something different, but a part of her just feels so trapped that that's not possible. So I want to ask another question. What we're going to ask is, what does the universe want to, why did this come out now? Why did this come out now? Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. It's sort of like, why did this come out now? It's sort of like she's almost becoming, okay, so the Eight of Swords card is about being trapped, but it's almost like she's subconsciously, it's like people subconsciously know. It sounds funny, but what I'm hearing is that people, a lot of people, without knowing, they kind of know what she's about without knowing what she's about. And it's sort of like, it's sort of meant to shake things up. Like, it's sort of like going into people's subconscious and shaking up their kind of, their preconceived ideas about people, but while also sort of excavating people's energies. But I'm hearing people go in the wrong direction with this because they attack her, which is, I mean, it's kind of understandable given her, shall we say, obnoxious behavior. But it's like people don't quite understand the lesson. Like, it's like it's kind of like what's going on in her, the hidden stuff that's going on in her life is sort of like being exposed, and it's kind of shaking, it's almost like supposed to shake up people's internal stuff that goes on in their lives. It's supposed to rework what's going on. I'm trying to say is it's supposed to rework people's subconscious minds about the toxicity that's going on within, like, lots of people. But instead people kind of like, they kind of attack her instead, and they kind of but it's sort of like, yeah, like it's sort of like it's kind of like, what I'm hearing is that people always get these things wrong. They always get these things wrong, is what I'm hearing, is when they see something like this, particularly in the celebrity realm. It's meant to help people know things, but instead of helping people know things, instead of people sort of understanding themselves more or excavating their own demons, they sort of point the finger at somebody that's sort of outward to them, when she's just kind of a reflection of something that's going on within people. So, like, if that makes sense. But let's see what else. What do we have else? Why did this come out now? Let's hear. Or so, yeah, like it's meant to sort of break people out of their. I'm hearing it won't kind of do what it's meant to do, the extent that it's meant to do, because everything. Yeah, we got the Eight of Swords again. It's sort of like meant to help people break out of their sort of their role. Like, people, okay, when I'm trying to, okay, this is what I'm hearing. Okay, I'm hearing now. It's like it's meant to sort of have people, by her playing the villain role, people are meant to sort of like understand what is going on. Like, people by she's sort of playing the role as the bad person, right? She's playing the role of the bad person, and instead of people sort of looking, kind of laughing even too, I'm seeing sense of humor. Like, instead of people kind of looking beyond it or being analytical, people sort of attack somebody. But it's meant to sort of be a reflection that kind of excavates energy. And I'm hearing that whenever things like this happen, they're meant to be sort of, a lot of times they're meant to be an excavator of energy, is what I'm hearing. They're meant to sort of help people break out of some sort of, so we've got accept disappointments gracefully. They're supposed to excavate out of this particular energy, but instead people always get it wrong, is what I'm hearing. But okay, let's see if we can get, okay, one last thing. Let's hear a message from the soul of Blake Lively. What's a message from her soul? Okay, let's see. A message from her soul. And resent. It's almost like, oh, Ace of Cups, Page of Cups. It's almost like a calling for everybody to sort of, so resent Page of Cups and Ace of Cups. It's kind of her soul would want people to sort of excavate their own dark energy, and their own emotional stuff, and sort of excavate that themselves. But instead it's sort of like and seeing that the negative bullying patterns is important, right? Because that's important too. But it's sort of like dislike. It's sort of like people. Okay, what I'm trying to say is this should have helped people become more conscious, to help. And I'm hearing for some it did. For some it sort of but like her playing the bad guy helps people be more unconscious. So I'm hearing people should actually thank her for being playing the part of the bad guy who's resented and disliked, and it's sort of a call to for everybody to heal their own emotional garbage instead of pointing their own inner child. And then the Page of Cups is a child, so it's sort of like a call for that to happen. But it's sort of like, but I keep on hearing people always get it wrong though. They get it wrong, and then Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, they kind of attack and they go into unconsciousness. That's what most people do with that. Whereas they should really use it as a calling card to sort of bust out of the slave system that we're in. Interesting. So it's sort of like, because I'm hearing she's very much feels like a slave. She very much, and it's funny because she kind of has it's almost a contemptuous attitude towards humanity, but she also feels like a slave too. So it's kind of an interesting dichotomy. Like she kind of has a sort of a dark attitude towards people, but she also hates humanity, as she also feels like a slave, and like I said before, it's like, I'll show them is what I'll show them. And why does she want to show them? Let's see if I can get just a bit more information. She wants to show them because that it's sort of, then she can feel justified. Like her psyche is very kind of a little bit twisted, a lot twisted actually. She can show them, so then she can prove that she's almost this righteous right person. But I'll show them. But like she's sort of better than people, but yeah, she almost wants to feel better than people. But it's it's sort of like, I'll show them with success. Yeah, like I'll show these people. So she kind of, I'm getting a lot of resentment and anger towards, and I pulled the ugly card. It's almost like she has a really ugly feeling towards humanity, like a lot of anger, a lot of like contempt. Like she sees humans as kind of the enemy, right? She feels but it's sort of like she almost looks at people as almost being, a lot of people she sees are just degenerates. But I think it's because of her, she's had such a negative experience. So she has this, and she's like, but I keep on hearing, I'll show them. Why does she want to show them? Let's see. I was like, why does she want to show them? Because I kept on hearing that, I'll show them. Because, yeah, she just has this really I'll show them that I am capable, and I'll show them, and I'm capable of almost like controlling my emotions. I'll show them, and I can have whatever. So it's like she's really, and then I hear back the demonic. She has a demonic attachment. So she's got almost. It's like she's not entirely running the show, and I know that a lot of celebrities do have these kind of demonic attachments. It's very common. In fact, a lot of people do. But it's sort of like she like celebrities in particular, they have they have a tendency to have like demonic attachment. She has quite the demonic attachment. So that's all we've got. And I hope you have a terrific day. I hope you find this interesting. Maybe check out, I've got an intuition development exercises on my channel, and intuitive readings as well. So you can see that in the section, the content section, or whatever that is. So yeah, have a terrific day. Goodbye.